Okay, so you want to lead a dev team. As an engineering leadership coach, I've worked with some very senior technology executives responsible for global software teams. And I've also worked with a number of software engineers who are relatively new to dev management and leadership. The challenges we navigate together are as varied as you can possibly imagine. But in every instance, I've been able to apply this single, consistent leadership framework to guide us. I gotta start though with a caveat, one important thing to get out of the way. You will not find in any of my videos or anywhere on the internet a one single best way to run a software development organization. Such a way, in my experience, does not exist. There's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Different industries, different people and personalities, different product domains, delivery models, constraints, needs, cultures, and countless other variables. There are a million ways to do it well, and even more ways to do it poorly. Despite those vast differences, there are some key similarities that we can use to our advantage, and the framework I'll share now depends upon them. With this framework, you'll be able to structure your thinking and successfully zero in on the best way to run your organization. So what is this framework? I call it the machine, and it has three parts: a mindset, a mental model, and a set of repeated actions. First up, the mindset you'll need to adopt as you make the leap into leadership. You have to shift from building the product to building the machine that builds the product. Build the machine that builds the product. What does that mean? In the software world, building a product is pretty straightforward. The product is some piece of software, so you're hands-on keyboard, writing, testing, shipping code. You're probably doing this today, or did until recently. It's pretty important that you have this experience, as your team will respect you more if you've walked a mile in their shoes. Yes, building a product is hard and rewarding, but building a machine that builds a product, that is picking technologies and patterns, hiring and growing a team, and defining and fostering process, that's the tougher job that engineering leadership entails, and it's even more satisfying when you ultimately succeed. That system of interlocking parts, product, people, and process, that machine, that as a leader is what you need to build and fix and evolve. To do that, you need to get this picture in your head. This is the second part of the framework, the mental model, a picture of your organization as a machine with three big parts. In red, the core makeup of your product. For a software product, this amounts to the technology you select, the patterns and architecture you use, and the design of the user interface. In blue, the people on your team. And in yellow, process, the set of steps you take to build both a team and a product. Product, people, and process. This is the mental model to apply to your organization. I represent it as a Venn diagram because there's substantial, frequent overlap between the three domains. The final piece of this leadership framework is a set of 3 repeated actions. Actions you'll revisit and take as frequently as every single week. The actions are: establish your principles. Capture your beliefs about how the pieces of this machine should operate, how they should feel. What do you and your team value? Determine your priorities. Consider the breadth of your responsibilities as a manager and leader. Which ones are bubbling to the top and require your attention? And third, develop your practices. Create and update your approaches, your tactics, your procedures to tackle those highest priority responsibilities. So this is the machine framework in a nutshell: a mindset, a mental model, and a set of repeated actions. This is the structured approach that I've used to run my organizations and to guide the efforts of the technology leaders I coach. As you look at this, it may strike you that 1, it doesn't sound like rocket science, and 2, there's nothing in here that is specific to software engineering. It's true. The machine is a framework for leading teams of all kinds. Sales teams, marketing teams, recruiting teams, they can all use this approach. The way that we apply it to the domain of a dev leader is by defining the responsibilities specific to engineering management in each part of the mental model. We'll cover those product, people, and process responsibilities, what they are, what they mean, and what happens if you don't tackle them in the next video. I'll see you there.